right. The other stream just needs a second here to get caught up. Okay, looks like there it goes. All right, we'll be going over the market, going over today's plays, talk about this morning, which I thought was a pretty sloppy, tricky morning. But still some nice plays, and then especially into the afternoon. All right, so we'll go over that, talk about what to expect going into tomorrow. Let's go ahead and get started. Good afternoon. This is Ifan from the Strategic Day Trader, and this is your market wrap for October 12th, 2021. Qs down 0.27, SPY down 0.19, and then IWM actually up 0.64. So coming into today, neutral on the IWM, bearish on the Qs and SPY. You can see the IWM showing the relative strength, but compared to the other two. Going into tomorrow, because today was a really narrow range today. We did break by a little bit, some more yesterday's low, but we were already bearish, so it doesn't really matter on the Qs and the SPY. It doesn't change anything really. So tomorrow, still bearish on the Qs and SPY and still neutral on the IWM, primarily because of the daily here. The daily is just so sideways, hard to be bearish on that. So look at this like IWM for comparison, right? Look at this, the daily here, and you can clearly see that the difference in the trend here. Qs moving down, SPY moving down, and IWM really just chopping back and forth as it has been basically all year. So while the IWM is weakening a little bit, as you can see on the hourly chart here, there's a bit of a lower high there, but it's just the slightest of downtrends, so I don't want to make too much out of it, so I'm just going to stay neutral on the IWM. Okay? All right. Let's get into the plays from today. So today was really sloppy in the morning, a lot of back and forth, and that definitely showed up in the plays. As much as we like things on their own page, sometimes there's just not a lot that's immune to this kind of choppiness. So if I zoom in, on this kind of stuff here, right, it's really alternating colors. Maybe this bar and this bar are both red, but this is mostly a doji bar, nearly a doji bar, but just really choppy, sloppy stuff in the morning. So I thought that, and it's hard to know how long this is going to last for, and then how much of an impact it's going to have on the plays. And then even that, tried to break down, and then what did it do? Actually popped right back up. Okay, so even if you were looking at this and you're saying, okay, the sloppiness has been resolved in the Qs, we're actually breaking the range. Well, what does it do? It charges right back up. And then after charging right back up, where's it going to finish? Down at the lows. So you can see a lot of whipping back and forth, testing support and resistance, very trendless. As we've discussed before, if you see something going back and forth across the 20 MA, it's pretty trendless. Okay, because something that is trending should be staying on one side of a clear direction for the MA. So sloppy morning. So as a result, I got chopped up a little bit. AVTR was the first play. Okay, on this AVTR. This was a 2-minute sell setup in here. Okay, here's the gap. I like the gap a lot. I want to short this because it's a really nice gap, right? I expect this to follow through to the downside. So we played it, nice 20 MA caught up here. So I don't have any problems with this play. This doesn't really, the fact that this didn't work, and it didn't work in front of hundreds of people because it's open house and whatever, this really doesn't shake my confidence. Because I like this play a lot. The gap is good. This is just the play I have to play, and some won't work. Okay, so it didn't work. Now, I gave you the replay in the afternoon. The replay in the afternoon, 5-minute catches up over this base, put all of this together. Okay? And then, if you had played this, then what you made on this potentially was double what we lost on the first play. I mean, look at this ball. Look at the way it's going to finish. So shorting it, I think, was the right thing to do based on the way this bar is going to close. Okay, it's closed. Okay, right idea, execution wasn't good, or you could say timing was wrong. Okay, because we did get the new low, but then it shot right back up same time as when the market went back up. Okay, so that was the AVTR. Okay, so we saw this happen also on the COLB. So that was what they're not frustrating when they're happening, or at least when the play's like initially failing, because I've already decided I'm playing the play and now I just have to manage it. The frustrating part is when you're put in that position, do I replay? Can it be trusted? And that stuff's hard. Definitely hard. I'd rather have it just work the first time. That's why I played it. I don't want to have to say, okay, I'm going to play this. I'm going to have to play it multiple times. Okay, here's the gap on the COLB. I like the COLB leaving a lot of daily bars behind, gapping down, okay, looking for us to get back into this base, okay. The initial targets on this were 34, 34, and then 33.80. Those were my targets. I actually closed at 33.68. So here was the play though. This one basing and then triggered in and then kicked us out. Okay. Now this one, unlike the AVTR, I did not replay because the daily I didn't think had as much opportunity as the AVTR. So the AVTR I thought had a lot more room to fall to dig back into this uptrend. COLB I was less sure. I didn't replay it. Well, here's the replay. 5-minute base breakdown as it catches up. Okay, I think that gave about 2 hours. And close is still pretty weak here. I mean, look at the daily bar here. Okay, what do you think it's easier to make money playing long or short on this? Probably when you're presented with a daily bar like this, it's probably easier to play short. So again, idea was right on this, just the timing was off, and timing is as important as anything. Okay, so this one was good to replay. I didn't replay it, like I said, because of the daily support not too far below. And it was kind of triggering into what I was looking for as my first target. So that one I didn't replay. So, I think just the sloppiness from the morning was really apparent and really kind of showed up in some of these plays, at least the plays that I went after, which was unfortunate because, it was, the direction was right, the idea was right. And it wasn't like the management was wrong. It didn't trail it in any way that was against plan, or just needed to wait for the next entry. And the next entry ended up both of them just working so much more smooth. And of course, that's always much easier to have a play like that. Okay. So I think, ultimately it's fine, to come away with today just not much better than break even, because the COLB first try didn't work, AVTR first try didn't work, and the AVTR made about 2 hours. It doesn't really feel great when really felt like got the direction right on both these, and they were the right ones to focus on out of all the things and out of all the gaps that we had today. So, so ultimately I thought it was kind of a tough day. Okay, especially tough morning. All right, so, but that's just the way it is sometimes. Yesterday, morning was really nice, HYLN. As soon as that started going, it never really looked back. And then there wasn't that much to do in the afternoon, so you kind of just get to take it easy. Right, when this started going here, you're just already into a 2-hour first target. Now, this pullback wasn't easy to live through, but we talked about that already, and you guys watched me, manage it while I was on the mic. Okay, so yeah, so I mean, every trade is going to have kind of its challenges. I just thought that today, with these two combined with the market sloppiness, one of the more challenging days. Okay, all right, but hopefully you did well, or at least stayed out of trouble. We'll be back at it tomorrow, and I'll talk to you then. Have a good evening.